Hi guys, my name's Night/66. So there has been a ton of things that have happened around the map, and there has been a secret base of the 7. I found this thanks to Top 5 Gaming, and apparently it's on the top right corner of the map, so it's around here somewhere. I don't know where, but it's a base that apparently is on the right corner of the map. I don't know if it's here or if it's over here. I'm gonna have to check. But it's somewhere on the right side of the map. It's on the top right, apparently. What up, Curly? It's apparently in some area around here. There is apparently a secret base of the 7. I think it's around here because I saw from Top 5 Gaming's video there is a top secret bunker or area of the 7 that is located on the right side of the map. I don't see it, but I know it's here somewhere. So we're going to go explore and talk a bit about what it is. I'm not going to say everything about it because I don't really fully know the full extent of where it is, but apparently it's on the top right of the map. I'm in the area where it supposedly is. I don't even see the characters. Let's not have these wolves attack us. Let's just outdrive it. Now, apparently this has a whole bunch of lore-related stuff to it. It has like a secret area that I don't really know where it is. I'm convinced it's somewhere around here. I'm not sure, but it is in a secret area. It's in the top right of the map. It's on the right side of the map somewhere. I think it's here. I'm not sure how this works, but apparently it's in the secret 7 base, which is located in the right side of the map. Nice, GG. There's Agent Jones. Apparently it's back here. Oh, yeah, it is. I found it. Okay. So, from what I was told, this plays a bunch of recordings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reality logs. So let's replay the first one.
Paradigm, it's me. I'm guessing you heard what happened. Obviously, we had more ambitious goals than simply flipping the island. That was just one step in a...
This is talking about like the tapes we had.
Would have reduced the imagined order to smoking crater, to put it mildly. But the reality left us exposed and overextended. If they manage a counterattack before we recover, it's over. All of it.
Is it looping? Oh, chat. I don't know if it's supposed to do that.
This is the scientist broadcasting on the 7 secure channel. At 0400 hours, we received a ping from the Paradigm. Still need to confirm authenticity and verify that we're not being hacked, spoofed, tricked, or otherwise deceived. But I believe it's the real deal. I know that among our ranks, there are still some mixed feelings about the Paradigm. But for the sake of survival, we need to think of her as an ally. We are the 7. We have a duty to rise above grudges and petty disagreements for the greater good. And yes, Foundation, I'm looking at you. I can see your face through that mask. Regardless of the past, there is no future without her.
Okay, so it looks like there's only 2 reality logs, but you can play them in order. And it looks like from the details of it, yeah, 7 reality logs, which is interesting. You can play the same one over and over again, but it looks like you can only play it once. So the idea is that I think the 7 are trying to look for the are trying to look for the paradigm for one reason. She's important to the storyline somehow. She's definitely important to the storyline. Because, like, why else would they mention her? Like, let's talk about the paradigm real quick. So, she's one of the most mysterious members of the Seven. She wasn't even here in chapter 2. She was in the end event. I mean, sort of. She was... She was sort of in the event. She wasn't even in it entirely. She was involved in it, but it looks like she wasn't even in the event entirely. Because when she was in it, she was just hidden. Like, she was in the item shop for like a short amount of time. And she wasn't really doing much. She was just hiding in secret. And she was just, you know, look at the Seven. And I'm guessing what happened was she had enough of the Seven. And she decided, yeah, after this event, I'm gonna head out. She decided not to worry about much anymore. Because in the tapes, the scientist did say that she has a complicated history with the Foundation. I mean, he kind of did say it himself in the tape. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the Seven. Like, all of them are the same exact... I mean, they kind of proved it. They did confirm it in the tape. They just said, we are the Seven. We do what is necessary for the right reasons. And so with that, it leads me to believe that the Foundation, the Paradigm, the Scientist, the Visitor, the Geno, the Sister, the Origin, all of them are one. It's going to take us along with Jones, Dr. Sloan, possibly, since she knows about the Seven, Jonesy himself, all of us, including all the characters, to figure out who the rest of the Geno and the Sisters are, because we don't know what they look like. If we die this match, I want us to go to the Sanctuary. Next match, I want to show you guys something really cool that I found out. Thanks to a couple leakers on Twitter, it turns out that we have the names of the Seven. We have the Paradigm, the Visitor, the Scientist, the Foundation, the Origin, and the two Sisters. And their codenames are Sister 1 and Sister 2. Now, Origins interesting. I feel like he could show up at any point as like a challenge, like a secret challenge we have to unlock through unlocking the Foundation skin. Now, something that is pointed out in the comics, for the Batman comics, about the Seven. The Seven are people. It's proven in the Chapter 2 Season 8 finale, the end event. They are people inside these suits, and these suits are AI controlled. These are built with advanced tech, and they're meant to help reduce the effects of the loop, destabilizing their minds to create an endless void of nothing but just pure amnesia sort of thing. Because if you remember in Chapter 1 Season X, the Visitor talked about in the tapes how every time whenever they go into the loop, when they touch the loop or something like any other skin, they are left with a snapshot and they're just as muted as the others. Because in the entirety of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, there's no other physical way for people to escape the loop other than just survive against the Sisters in general. And knowing the Seven, it's up to them to really squeeze the flip side matters at hand. Okay, I'm bursting a bunch of sweats right now. The AI is controlled by them. They created the AI through a system of technology that is way too advanced for humans. Like, you notice the tech they have at their base is way more advanced than we thought. Like, we have never seen that kind of tech before. Like, we've never seen anything like that in our life. Any tech that was created by the 7 is completely parallel to the technology we have. I got shredded that guy. Jesus. Like, if you look at how the suits work, the suits are controlled by this system, or this wiring, that prevents them from having a certain effect to the loop. So, like, for example, the Visitor, he has a simple astronaut-like suit. The Foundation suit is very advanced to that. Like, if you look at how the Foundation and all that compared to the Visitor, right, notice he's taller, notice he's much more bulkier, notice he's stronger than the others. It seems like they have multiple personalities. Like, the Visitor is, like, stealthy and a humorous. Like, he's the goofy kind of guy with the stealthy ability. I mean, no, that's the scientist, sorry. The Visitor's the stealthy and intelligent sort of thing. He has a bit of intelligence. They each have intelligence. The Paradigm is the non-talking, mysterious portion of the 7. The Scientist is the humorous punching bag of the 7. And the Foundation is literally the muscle. So that means that, like, Geno and that means that the other 3 are different parts of the personality of the Foundation, because as you know, the Foundation's all of them. They're all the same character, but in a different timeline. Like, it's explained that when they pressed the button to the original rocket in Chapter 1, Season 4, it did a time loop. When they crashed in the sky, that created an alternate timeline. So every time when they pressed it, it just went up again and again and again. This is explained by the Smith Plays. Credit to him on YouTube, by the way. He figured out most of the storyline. I just listened to his advice and stuff. When the Visitor launched the rocket, it created a giant chain of loop-affected simulation. It changed everything we knew about the 7. And it created a brand new idea that there's more than one. There's more than one snapshot. There's more than one character. There's more than one timeline. Because if you notice, when you go to Jonesy, there's 10 Jonesies, right? There's like Agent Jonesy, Jonesy the First, Bunker Jonesy, Dark Jonesy. There's so many snapshots of the same character. If you leave the loop and you're successfully able to get back to your own universe, the loop basically says you cannot leave without another version of yourself, and it creates a different character of the same guy. It creates a snapshot. That's what the snapshot. It's a clone. It creates a clone of the same character. So, like, for example, say Iron Man failed at the event of when Galactus destroyed the 0 point. Say that Iron Man, instead of leaving, he stays, but he leaves at the last second. It creates an alternate timeline edition of the same skin. Like, let's go down to the... You'll see what I'm talking about when we head to the Sanctuary, because this is an interesting idea that people have pointed out. Because the codename of the files, again, are the Paradigm, the Foundation, the Visitor, the Scientist, the Origin, Sister 1, and Sister 2. They are code names. So, Fortnite or Epic Games or Donald Mustard has the names of the 7, but slowly he reveals them through a different timeline. Because if you notice, we only have, like, we have 3 males and 1 female, so Geno and the sisters could be the other female variants of the 7. So let's go down here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the Visitor, I think. If I'm getting this right, this is the Visitor. This is the Scientist. This is the Paradigm. This is the Foundation. Sister 1, or that's the Origin. It does look like a pyramid, so that's the Origin. Sister 1, Sister 2. That's the theory. That's the theory behind it. and all of them are the same guy, but due to the timeline of the 0 point connecting the loop and making alternate versions of themselves, when that happens, it not only creates a new body, but it creates a new mind and personality. So every character of the 7 is the same, but due to the loop being all messed up and basically destabilized so quickly in time, the 7 become different personalities. Okay, just hear me out. What if they're no longer just one person? What if they're no longer just one mind? Because you can tell they're different. Like the Foundation. No. I'm telling you. In the files, one of the codenames of the 7 is called the Origin. Now, in my opinion, that could be the original snapshot of the 7. Like, this is a symbol of the 7, basically. It's like a multiple different kinds. One thing that people pointed out about the 7 is that the symbols they have are completely different to the original. So it's possible that all the symbols of the 7 are all one giant symbol, like a cult, but in a different time matrix, where they create a different symbol from that one big symbol. Alright, you catching on with this? So like, say, for example, Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man has a different timeline version. The symbiote, it's created from it's a clone, basically. The symbiote that makes the Spider-Man Venom symbol, the weird spider symbol, the long one. That is a clone of the same thing, but with a different effect. It has a different idea. It has a similar idea. Sort of like when Spider-Man first gets the black suit in Spider-Man 3, it has like the arms curling inwards. That means partial corruption. Total corruption is the Venom symbiote, where it's like the giant legs. I have a feeling I know how the 7 know each other. Like, it might have been like this. When they launched the rocket into the sky, it broke the rift in the timeline. It broke the matrix of the Fortnite world. And when that happened, it caused a giant portal to change life as we know it. I'm getting to that. And basically, when they're clones, they have a different personality. They're all a piece of one character, but all have a different personality, different mind, different thought, different brain, different everything. For example, when the visitor came back to the island, he was a different form. That wasn't his original body. That's someone else's body now. It's not his anymore. It belongs to the scientist program, which is a different AI. It's an AI with a human controlling it. Now, in terms of, like, the paradigm, I think what happened was when the 0 point became so unstable, I think the paradigm was overwhelmed with so much of the negativity of the 0 point becoming so far off in the loop. She decided she didn't want any part of it anymore. She decided to betray the IO or the 7. Maybe they had it. Maybe the IO was part of the 7. Maybe it's like that. Like maybe the IO had the part of the 7 with them. Like maybe John Jones could be part of the 7. You never know, like, that could happen. Like, if you were to focus on the lore a little bit, you can tell it's a little bit different compared to what we had. Like, the 7 have this multiple timeline shift in the 0 point that caused a huge timeline change. Like, I don't know if any of you paid attention to the storyline, but if you look at how they are and how they react and all that, it's completely different. Like, I don't think many people understand this, but they're not just humans. They're not just humans. Absolutely not. They're aliens, I think. Maybe they're advanced kind of human. They're maybe like an advanced race or some kind of interdimensional being created by Zero himself. Like Zero, if you think about it, Zero is in fact a fragmentation of the 0 point. And if we take a look, if we go into the lobby and look at the 7, there is a different feel for each character. So if we go into the locker, right? We type in the 7. I have 2 of them. If we go to 7. Okay, so you see this guy, right? Look at his symbol, right? Look at his symbol. It's a different symbol, right? Like it has the whole idea behind it. Then we look at the paradigm. Notice she has no symbol on her whatsoever. She has no symbol. And what is so different about it? Well, if you look at this, notice how they each have a shoulder pad, right? There's supposed to be a symbol on here, like the visitor has both symbols on left and right. This one only has the symbol on the left side, I mean on the right side, but it could be on the other side. Now look at the paradigm. No symbol, right? Okay, hear me out. No symbol. Then we go to what's the theory? There's a theory saying that the singularity is the paradigm. Now notice how this guy came out in Season X shortly before the scientist came out, right? What was she doing here? Notice how like every single symbol, if we go to like her mask variant, look, she has this symbol on her chest, I mean on her side. As you know, it like changes the symbol every time. As you can see, there's not one here, here, or here, except here. Notice how the one odd thing out is that three of these don't have that. And something other people have pointed out, I just realized this. Look at this, ready? So here's one style. That's one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different versions of the singularity. So the theory could be, the theory is that she is the paradigm. It makes sense because they look exactly similar. They have the exact same suit, exact same armor. Like you can see it, right? Like watch, hold on. If I bookmark one of them, and I bookmark the singularity. I gotta find her, hold on. And I bookmark it. And then I go up, and then I go to favorites. Look at the suits, right? You got the suit, right? All nice and simple. Look at that. Look at that. Do you not see a difference? Do you see something similar about that? Look, they're exactly the same suit. Look at that. Except one of them is more robotic. So the theory is that she is one of the 7. That's the huge theory behind it. There's a lot of evidence showing this. 1, she showed up mysteriously out of nowhere. Out of nowhere inside the 0 point. She showed up in the loop. Where did she go? She shows up exactly when an event is about to happen. Who showed up exactly a few days before an event happened? The paradigm. The paradigm, okay? Now notice the first and the last. The first and the last. Do you see what's going on here? She's possibly the origin I mean, Donald Mustard hinted it. He said in one of the drawings during the finale of season 7 or season 8, one of her names. So is it possible these two are the same character? I mean, if you look at the stats, they're exactly the same. The suit. Donald Mustard even proved it. He said one of her, I know you know, one of her names of the characters is the Singularity. The first and the last. Now notice how there's one thing, the origin. What is the origin? It's the first thing to show up in the timeline, right? The origin of, for example, the map. It got brought in by the 0 point. The origin of the Singularity. You see this, right? Now, here's something mind-blowing. Check this out, right? Watch this. Watch this. Where is it? Where is it? Merged into one, right? We see him, he's made from the 0 point. But then you go to this guy. Everything and nothing. So what if the theory is that the origin, aka one of the sisters, is possibly the Singularity, right? And how, whenever something happens like that to an event, notice how like when the Q Queen popped up, who showed up right after? The scientist. Who showed up when Agent Jones appeared? I think you guys are seeing where this is going. The Foundation. He appeared just after Agent Jones showed up. He appeared just after. He appeared in a meteor. All of them appeared in a meteor. Where did it come from? They come from that intro. We can't even watch the trailer now, for some reason. It's all coming together. It's all connected. Donald Mustard even said so. Let's add one more thing to this. So, if we were to go to, for example... Where is she? Where is she at? We go to, hold on, I gotta find her. We go to Dr. Sloan, right? She's part of the Imagined Order, okay? She's part of it. You know, she's part of the Imagined Order. She was in this suit in the events, right? Look at that symbol. Notice anything familiar about this. Notice her symbol. Right? On her chest, it's on her pistol holster. Notice how, when you go to Chapter 2, Season 7, I gotta find a skin. Where is she? Where is it? Is there a skin that I have that's part of the IO? Another one. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? There's a skin I have. Notice these guys, right? They came in, you know, they were just doing their own thing. But notice how there's a theme behind it. Whenever something bad happens, these guys have to step in every single time. So it makes sense to why the Paradigm does not want to be part of this, because she's tired, she's sick and tired at this point of defending the island for over 4 years from the 0 point. So a theory is that maybe she's a triple agent. She works with the 7, the IO, and she works on protecting the 0 point. What if she was, like, confirmed to be the Singularity in disguise? Like, if you think about that. We go to, for example, we go to, is there a post-flip landing, okay? This is post-flip. Is there anything else we have here? Notice how this emote came in the exact same time as this emote with the Paradigm. This might have represented to welcome the 7 into Season X. But she didn't want that. Maybe she didn't like that. Maybe she doesn't like the 7 anymore. If you think about that. Like, why would there be 2 emotes? Why would there be 2 emotes? They welcome the 7, right? They welcome her. But she has this too. She does not want to be part of the 7. I mean, it's said in the dialogue in one of the tapes that they don't want to protect anyone anymore. So it's possible that she disappeared, and like shortly after the end of it, she disappeared into the outskirts of the island, the whole bubble that they're surrounded in. She's probably out in one of those areas. And notice how when you started out with the scientists, notice the tapes, they were trying to locate her. She placed signal jammers, 3 signal jammers. She had stuff in there, in space. And then they find a ping. Notice how they haven't been able to find her. And they're trying to summon a retrieval rocket. What are they trying to retrieve? They're trying to retrieve the rest of the 7. Think of it. They said we left some wartime essentials in the endless void of space. We're sending a retrieval rocket, so destroy 3 of the signal jammers. Who else would have sent those there? Who else would have put those there? Paradigm put them there. Where else would she go? She would be on the island, the first island specifically. One more thing I forgot to point out. Notice how every single time, if I type in 0, notice how there are 5 0-point wraps, right? There are 5. Here's what I'm talking about. So like, for example, this is the 0 point from Chapter 1, Season 6. This is Season 8. Right, we saw this in Season 8. Here's where it gets mind-blown. Here's where it gets mind-blown. This is Chapter 1, Season X. This came out towards the last day of the season. This came out towards the last final moments. Chapter 2, Season 1. The 0 point's reborn. But what happens in Season 6 again? The 0 point's unstable. There's a pattern. And if you guys don't remember last time, I did say a couple times that in the Travis Scott event, there are 5 other islands that we saw, 5 different versions of the islands in the Travis Scott event. How many versions of the island do we have? 3. How many versions of the 7 do we have that are on the island? 3. How many more chapters could there possibly be? 4. How many seasons did it take for the 7 to show up? They didn't show up in Chapter 1, Season 1, 2, and 3, right? They show up in Season 4. Count this. How many seasons after Season 3 did they have in Chapter 1? Season 4, that's 1. Season 5, that's 2. Season 6, that's 3. Season 7, that's 4. Season 8, that's 5. Season 9, that's 6. Season 10, that's 7. And what was in the event of Chapter 1? The 7. How many times can the 7 get looped? 7 times. The only reason why Jonesy can go looped to 10 is because he went in 10 times. But this is where it gets crazy. We had 3 Jonesies. We had 3 Jonesies in Chapter 1. All the way to Chapter 2, Season 2. We had 3 Jonesies, right? I mean, Chapter 1, we had 3 Jonesies. Jonesy the first, the default. Dark Jonesy, and the last version of Jonesy that came out in Chapter 1, Bunker Jonesy. 3. Chapter 2, Season 2. That's the 4th version. Chapter 2, Season 5. That's like another Jonesy we don't know. I mean, we know there's like 9 Jonesies. but there's one missing. So what if one of the 7 is a Jonesy? Why would they not talk about it? Why is there 10 Jonesies, but one's missing? Could it be one of the Jonesies is one of the 7? Is that why that makes sense, right? Because Jonesy knows so much about the 7. Like, in the Chapter 2, Season 5 finale tape, he asked the security system at I.O. for secure file 8752. It denied him twice. He tried the 3rd time, and he said, unquote, "This is Agent Jones requesting access to all material related to the 7. Where else would there be a Jonesy? The 7. Who was the first ever version of the 7? The Visitor. Jonesy is most likely the Visitor. Why does he, 1, know so much about the loop, 2, know so much about the I.O., and 3, why does he show up as the Foundation? All of them are the same guy. That's what I've been telling everyone from the past since Season 5. Season 5 of this chapter, or Chapter 2. And just add to it, they all know how to break the loop. They haven't told us exactly how. They say we just need to stop I.O., stop Geno, and then break the loop. Save the World has a connection to storyline as Battle Royale. Because in Season X, there was the meteor with the storm changes, with the loop changing the weather. But if you look at how the map is connected, this was also theorized by Game Theory as well. They pointed out one of the weird blurs in the map of Save the World is the exact same shape of the island in Chapter 1. Donald Mustard said it's all connected. So all the 7, all the Foundation, all that crap, it's all in front of us. The answer's there. What if the secret entrance... Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to go to Battle Lab, right? No, where's Battle Lab? Here's Battle Lab. It's not. Let's go to Creative, right? Let's go Battle Lab, right? I want to show you guys something really cool. One final detail. One final thing that could confirm something here. I want to add the bonus part. What was Dr. Sloan doing to Jones? He was doing something to his mind. He was killing him. She was killing him, right? What if she wasn't just killing him? What if she was trying to, and I mean unquote, what if she was trying to get rid of the other versions of the same exact Jonesy? Because if you look at the energy you have when you die, you turn blue, and you turn into this weird effect when you die to a drone. Look at the energy that they had when Jonesy was dying. Blue energy. Was she trying to kill the other snapshots of Jonesy to bring him back into one to kill him altogether? She was erasing all traces of him. But guess what? That didn't happen because the Foundation destroyed the console. Now let's go here. Like I said, they have different personalities now because the loop affected them so much they have different personalities. Who else could be here? The Foundation, right? Why does he have a statue? And why does he have a door that no one else can open? He has an armory in there. What if inside there he has a corpse or some kind of device of the origin, the original first version of the 7 that was like a prototype but didn't get complete? What if the Foundation has all this info because of the origin himself? The origin could be down there for all we know. There could be the final 3 of the 7. The paradigm could be in there. The singularity. Freaking Mecha Team Leader could be in there. Where'd Mecha Team Leader go? Why is there an arm? Why is the Mecha Team Leader's arm here? Yes, I did. Why is there an arm here? Out of all random places, it's this one spot. And this exact map is parallel and similar to the Chapter 1 map. Notice how there's a desert biome at the bottom right corner of the map. What was at the bottom right corner of the map? There was Paradise Palms, right? And look, Greasy Grove's in the exact same spot. What is towards the middle? This is called Loot Lake here, right? Tilted Towers is hidden here. Look, you can see one of the buildings right here. This is tilted over here. This is all covered in snow. Shifty Shafts is exactly nearby the same spot. So this map is meant to represent a newer, better version of the Chapter 1 map. But due to the fact it's on the other side of Chapter 2, we're standing on top of it. This is exactly where the 7 came from. So here's the big part. The 7 came from here. This is where they came from. Because, let's say, okay, so this is the Foundation's home, right? This is where the Foundation came from. Let's say the Foundation's from here. Obviously, it's confirmed. The Visitor is from here. The Visitor is just in this random spot, right? He's just in this random spot. The Visitor is here. He's the only one here. Then you have the Scientist. This place is big enough for 4 other members of the 7. Notice they're missing. There's only 3 here. There's the Visitor, the Scientist, and the Foundation. Foundation has its own area. The Visitor. Home of the 7 is the Sanctuary. Notice how the guy in the trailer said, notice the Sanctuary, secret home of the 7. So all of them live in this one giant center here. This is the 7's home. Now, in history of the 7, there's one certain thing that happens to the Foundation. The Foundation mentions she. She! Who else is he talking about? He's not talking about Sloane. He's not talking about, Geno. Who else could he be talking about? He could be talking about my skin, the Paradigm, one of the sisters. What if the Paradigm Singularity are one of the sisters? Picture that real quick. What if the Paradigm or the Singularity is one of the sisters and the Origin's just another version of the same guy? They're all the same skin, but in different timelines they have a different mind, different reality. There's different realities, there's 7. But there's one other reality we don't know about, the last reality. The last reality is that giant, weird dimension full of alien spaceships that the Queen saw in the event. It's a different change in the map. And the last thing I want to mention here is none of the 7 have a weapon. Why do they not have a weapon, but yet the Foundation does? Why is he the only one who has a gun right in front of him, but yet none of the others do? And notice how there are 7 events that happen. The rocket, the cube. Let's see here. The robot, the monster, the volcano, and the meteor. Now, if we were to go find the Foundation, which I gotta find him, I don't even know if he's around here somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he's in a random spot. Notice how, like, none of the other characters really do anything. They don't talk about him, they don't mention him. Like if we were to go up to the Scientist, for example. Let's see, where's the Scientist at? Okay, forget it. Notice these symbols. Look how big it is. Look at the big symbol. Look at that. Look up there. Look, I noticed that earlier today. I was playing and I was looking up and I was like, what are these? What are these, the other symbols of the 7? Like, we have the paradigm, the visitor, the scientist, and foundation. What are these, the other symbols? We thought we knew it all. I thought I would know so much. I'm learning more and more as I go. I'm paying attention to the storyline very closely. But why would there be... Look at these symbols. These are normal. These are the foundation. These are like different symbols of the 7. There's no other explanation other than that all the 7 are... It's all connected. There is a small detail I noticed that has me intrigued. The technology that the 7 has in the event, and look at the place around us, right? Look at this technology. We never saw this in the original map. We never saw this in Chapter 1 or Chapter 2 until now. But yet, in reality, the visitor had this technology. This is where they mostly... Maybe they create the armor here. Maybe, like, in some secret zone. Oh, here's an idea. What if inside the Foundation statue base, there is a console, and when you press a button, it shows the suits of the 7. Prototypes of the same suit with new parts. Old parts connected to new ones. Because if you remember, the scientist, what did he do with the mech? The mech, he took it apart and put it together on his own suit. He upgraded his armor to make new tech. And that's a good detail I should actually acknowledge. The Foundation attacks us when we don't do anything. I don't even know what the Foundation is. He's just running around or something. But why does the Foundation attack us when we don't do anything? Like, if we were to stand in front of him for like a minute and a half, he attacks us. There's only one possible reason he's the only one that attacks us. Because he's trying to defend this island. Every person that comes on this island is looped. And this may explain it. The loop is not it's not an object. It's a force. It's a force that's around the island. Notice how it's blue? When you die. For example, watch what happens when I respawn, right? Watch what happens when I respawn. Blue. There's a drone. Who could have created those drones? The 7. The loop. Notice it's blue. The rift. Notice how the technology they have is blue. They have... Here, I'll show you even more details right now. I'll show you even more right now. What does the scientists and all of them have in common? They have a color. They have a color to them, right? Maybe the visitor is like one of those prototype suits. And the Foundation, the others are final versions of the suit. It's blue when you die. But yet, what's the color on their suit? Blue. We go to the 7. It's like a dark, like, look, you can see blue on his armor. Look, there's blue on it. Because that's the prototype suit right there. They're wearing an advanced version of it. That's the advanced technology. Look, see, there's the blue. You can see it hidden. They use parts of the mech to upgrade it. Like, look, you can see the laser eye here. You can see part of the mech legs right there. Like, look, that's one of the parts. And then you go to the Foundation. Look at the color of the suit. Look. It's blue. And look at the suit. Why is it half blue and half black? He's using advanced tech. They're all using a part of his technology. He creates these suits. And this is also explained in the comic. If I were to pull out the comic real quick. If I were to pull out the comic. Batman said the suit has the life support. The scientist, I mean the Foundation says the armor's kept me alive in infinite realities. And he says the Foundation says to stop the order, liberate the 0 point, and destroy the loop. And then he goes on to explain that in the beginning there was nothing but then a burst of creation, the 0 point sprang into being. That's the black hole, basically. When the black hole exploded, they became the 0 point. And ever since then, there's a sideways rift, there's an in-between, there's the nexus. I mean, there's all kinds of things about the 7 we still are trying to figure out every time. The point was that when Jonesy went in the loop, he started getting stuck. This created this entire reality of the 7. They're probably some kind of higher up that are more powerful than anything. I mean, if you saw what the 7 can do, they can fly, they have super strength, they have super intelligence, they have ability to make advanced tech, and they can also create and destroy anything at will with their punch. I mean, did you see what the Foundation did? He just grabs the people and punches them into obliteration. It just punches them into nothing. And look at this technology he has. Look at this. I mean, look at this blade. This is nothing. This is like new compared to what we had. And the suit is, I mean, look at it. It's different on one side. Notice how it's different on one side and different on the other? There's blue. So it's possibly the parts of the suit that are black are advanced versions of the prototype. I mean, if you look at the difference, right? Blue. Black. What was the difference? Look at the armor. He's not finished with his armor yet. It's not finished. It's like 90% finished. He still has his mask. As you can see, parts of black on the back of his helmet all the way to his base. His mask and his left side, his left left side of his back, and his arm are not completely done yet. They're just still prototypes. They're prototype suits. There's also one other thing that people mentioned. Why is it a battle royale? When the IO had contact with the 7, I mean with the 0 point, they use it to create the loop. They created this bubble of interdimensional, never-ending gameplay of all kinds of things. And when that happens, it started creating the loop, because it says in the comic that the IO uses the loop to travel between realities and dimensions. The whole idea behind what they did is that they're trying to make the loop permanent. The 7 is trying to stabilize it, and that makes sense. And there's another theory saying that Midas could be one of the 7. I mean, he knows so much about the loop. He used the power of the 0 point to create the device. Like, there was all that. But why? Okay. Another detail. Why would there be 7 bases around the map? There are like 7 bases, right? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's like another one, there's like 4 around here somewhere. There's like a 5th one around here. There's a 5th one around here. 4th, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bases, 7 visitors, 7 timelines, 7 islands. You get it, the loop. And there's one more thing I want to mention before I head off. Notice how they have a different personality, right? I explained this earlier. The personalities they have were different effects of the loop. I explained before that the Foundation is like the muscle. And, like, come on. Think of the personalities they have. The scientist, he has the goofy, he has the power. He has the muscle and the goofiness. They're smart. The scientist has that. The Foundation has strength, durability, super speed, flight, super strength, advanced tech creation, and he has the ability to create anything he wants. The Visitor has similar ideas. He has the smartness. He's not really much of a fighter. He's more like a super speed guy. Like, he wasn't really doing much in the event. He was just shooting a couple times and he flew off. He wasn't doing much. The Paradigm, she did whatever it is that she did. That's where the huge thing comes in. Like, why would the 7 be hiding so much from us if we know where they are? I'm gonna end the video by saying that there is a possibility we'll see more of the 7 later on. And they have more than anything in their control. And to end the video off, it literally is like it's all connected. You know how they were saying, see you on the flip side, see you, like, it's all connected. And this map might be the answer. So, thank you guys for coming to the stream. Thank you guys for maybe hearing me out. Thank you guys for the theories, too. Thank you for the support. And that's pretty much all I have here. The one thing I want to mention here real quick is when this, when more of this happens, there's gonna be a huge war. There's gonna be a battle against all of them, I think. Because, like, they're hunting down the Paradigm. The Visitor was hunting down the rest of them. And they were just, etc. I mean, they did say without the Paradigm, there's no futures. And the Paradigm, I guess he doesn't want to be part of anything. So, again, that's a huge theory to sort of consider. If there was anything that the 7 could do, they can break the loop. They have the power to. But I think they're not doing it yet because they need all of the 7 first. Because they have the plan. They're trying to strategize a battle plan. But they can't do it without everyone else. I mean, the scientists did say without her, there's no future. Without the Paradigm, there's no future. The 0 point must be contained. It must be stabilized. It must be controlled by people who know how to use it right. And another theory that I already pointed this out before. There are 7 styles of the Paradigm, right? It's supposed to represent the 7. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And obviously, as you know, I'm a huge fanatic. Like, this is some big stuff. So, thank you guys for watching. Consider the fact that there's going to be more. Keep your eyes out for any more clues. If you guys have anything you want to tell me on Twitter that you noticed, tell me in DMs. Tell me in a post or something. Mention me in one, and I'll surely try to figure out something. But, this is where we learn about the 7. Like, we have much more to learn. I'm still learning every single day. Learning more about the 7. Donald Mustard has puzzled us with a clue. See you on the flip side. We're on the flip side. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Thank you guys for coming up with your own theories and all that. Thank you guys for actually, you know, bringing in the theories. And I'll see you guys later in another video. Possibly Minecraft or something. I don't know. Depends what I'm going to do. But, keep an eye out for more purposes of the 7. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.